hope you guys have been enjoying our SEMA coverage so far. I also wanted to let all of you know that I'm finally selling merch after all of these years, including this ChemBlock collab t-shirt that I did with 43 Institute. Go to camerasandcarculture.com to pick up your shirt, print, diecast, pins. There's a lot of cool 240Zs here this year. You brought the craziest 240Z.
Most amount of displacement.
You're insane. This is so cool. This is like the hold my beer build.
It was basically the largest motor I could possibly think of fitting in here. So,
Where is the exhaust?
just in the front.
Oh, it's the front.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I gotta go up here. Okay, the revving's kind of cool. The idle is where it's at.
The idle is sick.
Dude, why does it idle like that?
It sounds like a chopper, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like a Harley.
What was the idea behind this build? Let's build the craziest 240Z ever.
So like I bought the chassis like 5 years ago and like did a bunch of rust repair on it, and then it sat in the corner of my garage for 5 years, and then eventually I was just like, well, for a long time I just didn't know what motor I was going to put into it. You know, I kind of went through all the options, and I think all of them had been done before enough times where I just wanted to do something different. And I was like, what's the biggest engine I could put in here? And I was like, a V12 probably won't fit. And so I like ChatGPT'd like V10 engines, and obviously Viper motor came up, and they're accessible and kind of semi-easy to get your hands on.
So what year is this out of?
2002,
So then how many liters is it?
8 liters. So almost, what, 4 times the original L24?
It's gotta be pretty front heavy though, huh?
Yeah. So the Viper motor is fully aluminum block and everything. So it's not as heavy as it looks. It looks like it's going to be like super, super heavy. But I think the motors weigh like 600-700 pounds. So I mean, it's like an LS, and people LS swap these and they drive pretty good.
But in order for you to fit it, it looks like you had to cut quite a bit, huh?
Yeah. So the tubular front is because the car was actually a salvage title, and I got it off of Copart. So the front end was destroyed. So that's the repair for that. But in the actual, like the transmission tunnel and the firewall and everything has been severely cut back to fit the massive bell housing.
Right. And then is that a Viper transmission too?
Yeah.
Then?
Yeah. So the Viper transmissions, they're T56s, but they have massive, massive bell housings. And so that's why I had to cut so much out of there. You can see in the car too, the actual like the tunnel. So there's a fiberglass cover.
I see.
But under the fiberglass cover, there's like reinforcement panels tying in the actual tunnel to the firewall because it's a unibody. So I wanted to make sure that it wasn't like, you know, super floppy.
Surprisingly, the shifter is in a pretty good location.
Mm-hmm.
It's just to the left a little bit.
Yeah.
Huh? So you had to kind of enlarge that hole.
Yep. Enlarge it. It's forward about 3 inches, so I had to cut forward as well.
What's left, I guess, for you to do to this?
Before like driving it?
Yeah.
So I got it running and driving literally like days before SEMA. I actually built the entire car from a chassis to this in 60 days. So I literally just got it running, and next thing is getting it more like roadworthy, you know, making sure suspension is dialed in, steering. I had to modify the steering a bunch because the actual...
Oh yeah, well, because there's no room at all. It usually goes through there.
Yeah.
Like, what does it do now?
So it still comes through here, and it's still exiting out underneath the brake master cylinder. But the issue is the Viper motor is really, really tall, and it sits exactly, the oil pan sits where the steering rack would be. You can't like notch the oil pans on these, or else they'll have like starvation issues. So you can see the actual steering rack is pushed up about 3 inches forward, which means then the steering, like actual column, where's the steering column?
Wait a minute. Is it manual steering?
Yeah. It's actually really easy to steer.
Really?
Yeah. It's like not what you'd think it would be.
And then in terms of like the exhaust, you had to push it forward. There's no way to go back.
So there's room to go down under and do side exits. You could do rear exits, but you'd have to do like oval tubes, or else it probably wouldn't fit. But I just thought hood exit was sick.
It is, and it sounds so good. That idle. So, did you crack the motor at all?
No, I found the motor on Facebook Marketplace, and I did not open it up at all. I actually didn't even get to compression check it because the starter was dead. So I just kind of winged it.
Wow. I guess you couldn't even turn it over.
Yeah, it's just way too much to turn over by hand.
So then, like, what about the front subframe and stuff? Did you have to, like, severely cut it?
So it's actually, this is the front subframe is a Apex engineered. It's their VQ swap subframe, and it sits like, I think it's 3/4 of an inch lower than their like normal L series, which is just enough to clear the engine and protrude this much. And then the motor mounts are actually funny too. They're literally stock L series motor mounts from Apex engineered. So the motor mounts are exactly in the location of where the L series is.
That's the motor mounts.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Which are just
Okay.
L series. Like, surprisingly, the Viper motor engine mounts kind of sit right where the L series did.
Dude, this is. So what is your idea with this? It's just to be like a street cruiser? Or?
Yeah, exactly. The body kit, so I designed the body kit years back. And I actually have the 3D printed original like parts in here. But yeah, I 3D printed these like years back before 3D printing body kits was like a thing.
Yeah, and then you taped it all together.
And I taped it together, and I had
it was a small printer.
Yeah, exactly. So today everyone does them on like massive FDM printers, and I did it on like a tiny little Prusa, and I just printed them in little parts and put them together.
Let's talk about the interior here. You got radium setup that replaces the stock like spare tire area.
Yep, and they sell these brackets, and it literally like bolts the radium spare tire tank right into the spare tire area. Super. I mean, it literally took me like 2 hours to install.
So then you don't have the original fuel tank in there anymore.
No, yeah.
Okay.
The normal fuel tank sits like here.
Yeah.
So that's gone. Eventually there'll be like a diffuser back here, and
The interior, like, what is this material here?
this.
Yeah.
This is a Lloyd's mat.
Okay.
Just wanted to add some different colors to the interior and make it not all just one blob.
Nice cage. You guys do the cage too?
Yep, I did the cage. This is the first time I've ever welded a cage. So I
What-
started doing TIG like 2 years ago.
What year is this?
1971. So it's Series 1. Has the Series 1 heated glass in the rear.
What a car. I really like it. What engine management?
So back in early 2000s, Mopar sold a standalone wiring harness for these motors. And so it's a Viper ECU and a Viper wiring harness, but it's a standalone version. So it runs exactly how, Viper Mopar would have wanted it to run.
How much have you driven it?
Into SEMA and out of SEMA.
That's it.
Yeah. Or I said into SEMA. I haven't
You
driven
haven't
it.
even left yet.
I haven't driven it out yet.
What's up with these headlights?
Yeah, so I designed these and 3D printed them. They're printed in PETG carbon fiber. The idea was to remove the bulb and have an air duct. So you can actually see back here too, there's an air hose that connects to the back side of it, and it runs to the front brakes.
Okay. So this is functional.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I guess it doesn't really need to feed the intakes because the intakes are just out here. So then, are you planning on putting some kind of hood on it, or are you just going to leave it like this?
I think eventually a hood. Definitely, I'd love to run like a partial chop here hood and leave the Viper motor exposed, just because it's it's just such an interesting thing to see in a car so tiny.
There's nothing subtle about this in any way, shape, or form. Who are you kidding? It is hilarious. What about the headers? How did you make those?
So this is one of the very few parts on the car that I didn't make. They were fabricated by Euro Classic Motorsports out of San Marcos, Texas. And I kind of just literally 3 weeks ago called him and was like, hey, I need headers. The headers that I had got for this, I was going to use SRT10 truck headers and flip them upside down. And then when I put them in with the engine in, they hit the strut towers way too much. So this is what we came up with, 3 weeks up to SEMA. Figured some teardrop style hood dumps would be pretty sick.
Are you gonna take this drag racing at all?
I don't know if I have enough traction for drag racing.
I think, or maybe like a standing mile, or not standing mile, like a rolling
That'd be fun. Yeah.
rolling half mile
Yeah,
or something.
that'd be sick.
Yeah.
I would love to do more with this car once everything's dialed in for sure.
But the fact that it has no power steering is also amazing to me.
Classic Datsun, right?
Yeah.
Gotta stay a little natural with the Datsuns.
What a cool car. Thanks for showing us this.
Hell yeah.
Did you do like a build series on it? Or?
Yeah, it's all on my Instagram.
Okay.
It's just like short format reels, so they're on my Instagram, Brad Builds, my Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, things like that.
Cool. Awesome. Everybody needs to check him out because I'm floored.